If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a diehard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
I guess people just need like basic ass slashers sometimes, but they bitch about basic ass slashers.
Yeah, I mean,
in a sense, I want to see like just people getting killed and that's it. Which I know we say a lot, but then they're like, oh, same old movie.
You say
people
that more than me, though.
I do. I know. I do.
You do.
I do.
You say that more than me.
I mean, I'll go back to fucking Texas Chainsaw on Netflix where. Like, oh, I hated him. Like, what? The kills were fucking amazing. Like,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, but the characters sucked.
I wanted every character to die. Yay!
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm glad they sucked.
But I've also watched slashers where the kills are weak and stuff like that. So it's interesting that like this movie, people are like, oh, like it's just there's no score, there's no this, they're taking their time. It's like, yeah, as in it almost if we're watching it in real time.
Well, we are,
and that's the thing. We're so used to the quick cuts on everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're Jason's there. Nope. There's Michael. I
almost feel like it's a video game generation too, because literally in the Friday the 13th game, you could hit a button and just flash forward to another cabin. Like you can just cheat. And I think people played that game too much, and then they watch this movie and they're like, "Where's the fucking button?"
Did you say that about Ali after the film?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, folks. Tonight on the chopping block, we're going to be talking about the 2024 film In a Violent Nature. Yeah.
Very.
Sorry,
very
I drug
nature.
on that. I was brain farted for a second, folks. 2024's In a Violent Nature, and I mean they've been pumping this film since like the end of last year. Is when I started seeing like stills from it and little clips, like the one clip with the girl's body coming up out of the water, and that's all you got, right? It's very what's the word? It is artsy. It is a fucking artsy film at
and
times.
it's approach because we don't, as much as you don't care about the characters in other slashers, this one, we're not even really, we might hear someone say someone's name.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even sure who the fuck's who.
Yeah.
And,
because.
Before we jump into this, hold on, I'm low down.
FUR, what's up, you, getting the hook, bitches.
Getting the hook. Getting pulled through your fucking sternum, bitches.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And before we keep going, I do want to ask that you like, comment, rate, review, share, subscribe across all the social stuffs. Man, this boys greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like, I don't know who the fuck is who, really. Like, I feel like...
And do you think ever Jason was like, "No, did I just kill Barbara or Cindy?"
No, I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't. You know what he thinks? I just killed that bitch.
Yeah.
And that's the approach we go with this, is... He's just like, you took my fucking necklace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kill the shit out of all you. You brought me back.
Your fault.
Yeah, you brought me back.
But the cool thing about this film, and I think this is really what is the deterrence for other people. Now, I don't know. I haven't read every single complaint, but I'm just kind of assuming this is where it's going. Is there's a lot of walking.
Yeah,
you're following the killer. There's name another horror movie where you literally follow the killer.
Not that much. There's got to be some, but
some maybe where there's like snippets of it, but the entire film is pretty much following the killer.
Yeah,
I mean, you get a couple cutaways where you actually see the characters, but I'd say 65 to 70% of the film is following the killer.
I mean, you literally get to the beginning when he comes back out of the ground and he's walking, and you can hear two people talking, and he's walking towards the voices, and he's just walking towards the voice. And like to me, like I was fine with that. Like who? All right, volunteers.
Yeah,
who am I fucking killing?
Exactly. But it's not. But versus like, let's say, I guess the most comparable slasher character to this would be Jason, as far as size and intelligence level.
Yeah, this is pretty much Jason.
This guy's when he takes the mask off, he's looking at the toy. I mean, all right, buddy.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, I want to play with the toy for a little bit.
But there's a couple scenes in maybe like 6 where you see Jason walk through the woods, but you don't follow him. It's just like you're with all the people who are the victims.
Yeah.
And then Jason just shows up. And there's music, there's each character.
That's what I'm saying. There's
and all
the
that
music
stuff.
cues.
Yeah.
You know when someone's about to.
Nope.
This one, nope.
But from a killer's perspective, he's just walking towards the voices. Oh, he shows up. They're like, oh fuck, when they realize he's there, and then he kills him.
Yeah.
That's basically what Jason's doing in every movie. Right?
One of my favorite things is that we've watched all the Jason movies and all that, and you always have where two people are talking, and as an audience, we can see in the background the hockey mask or Michael Myers mask, but the characters aren't fucking paying attention.
Yeah.
And they're like, fucking turn to the right, motherfucker.
There was a really good shot off the back porch with that. Remember, he's in the woods, and we can see that miner. What is it? Is it a firefighter mask?
Yeah,
firefighter mask. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, we get several scenes, and there's one where literally he is standing, not hiding in the woods. He is on a fucking pathway, and these two girls are talking. And we're on his point of view. All they have to do is slightly turn and notice him, and they're just so busy talking, they don't pay attention. And I like that because we've seen the other angle of our main, camp counselors.
We see the killer, and
we see the killer.
Yeah.
And this one, the killer is like seeing them, and then we're still like, bitches won't turn around. Nope.
A really good scene from this film is when he hears a couple girls on the dock, and he literally just puts, here's the axe, don't go in the stump, and just walks into the water.
Yeah, he's like, save you for later.
He's gonna walk into the water, and then
Now that does go into kind of a pretty weak kill, but in the same instance, like it's supposed to show the simplicity. She's in the water, and all of a sudden she just goes under. And we don't get a camera of him underwater a la every other slasher. We just see her bobble up and down, struggle, and then floating.
Yeah. You see him go into the water, and then he's just walking along the bottom. Exactly. And then you just see him, after you see her body floating, you see him walk out.
Yeah.
And come back up and go towards the other chick, that's where we get the... Now, apparently, our buddy Ali, who we went and saw the film with, said that he read that it's got to kill that Trump's Terrifier, or is as good as Terrifier or something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking good.
I will say,
goddamn.
So even the reviews that I've read where they weren't, even they are like, I didn't really like the movie, but there was that fucking crazy kill. Because, they outdid themselves.
Yeah.
They fucking outdid themselves. Because I was like, okay, I see where it's going. And then I was like, no.
You thought it was going to be a hook thing with the head over the cliff. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then, Steven and we were just like, oh, is it? Yeah, we're
like, yeah.
It's continuing. Yeah.
Keep happening.
And they just.
Should we spoil it? Or
I
feel like you need to watch this.
I guess so.
Do we spoil the kill? It's not in theaters long. It just came out, so it'll be streaming soon enough. More people will have a chance to see it for, I don't know, man.
I think there might be people on the fence. That's why I almost want to say the kill. But and then that's it. We don't talk about any of the other kills, just this one.
Yeah.
It's the top tier one.
It is the top. This is the top tier. But punching out her heart.
Yeah.
And then pulling her head.
And then having the hook.
Yeah.
And then hooking it to the head, and then pulling the head down to go through that cavity you just fucking made.
Yeah.
And pulling it down as in she's
folded in on herself at this point.
Yeah.
Her head's coming out of her back.
And you get
fucking awesome
overview of her, so you see the neck and just her head going down. Yeah. That doesn't matter at that point. Like I have broken legs, the thing with the broken bones, but that doesn't fucking matter.
Dude, it was so good.
You're already dying.
Yeah, you died twice.
Yeah.
No, because that's right. He used the hook to punch through her.
Yep.
And then hooked her mouth or the top of her head, and then pulled her through. Yeah.
And then just crank it through.
Dude.
Oh man,
that's so good.
But
he turned her into a pretzel.
That's where I was like, okay, I have not seen that.
He turned her into a pretzel. Oh man, that was good.
The other kills, there's some really good kills in this.
It is brutal.
That is the top tier one though. That is,
and for creativity, it's on par with I think the first Terrifier, the big kill in the first Terrifier. Yeah. It ain't Trump and Terrifier 2's skinned alive, salt, bleach shit with her still alive when the mom comes home thing. That's a whole level of.
But that's just so much going on.
Yeah, this is simple. He just kill and boom.
But that's where I think this movie also kind of stands out is that after that, right? Because reason she even stops, she sees them. She's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. But she's on the edge of a huge
Jump. Fuck it.
like slope drop, right?
Jump.
So yeah, and we were like, jump, bitch. No, she doesn't.
Well, if you notice, it was smooth surface, so she could have kind of jumped and slid.
Oh yeah,
and just got some rock
we
rash.
noticed because after he kills her, he just kind of dumps her off the side, and her body just slides down.
Yeah.
And that was I actually really appreciate that shot. We're like almost back away from it, but you see her dead body just going down, like just like falling down with the rocks. Like yeah.
Now the only thing that he had going for him was he did have the hook on a chain, so even if she did jump slide down, he probably could have still
Gotcha, bitch.
hooked her and.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it at least would have been worth a shot because she just kind of stood there and took it.
Plus, he's pretty good with the axe throwing. We find out later on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
No more kills though.
Oh, yeah.
Said no more kills.
But so I'd say there's how many characters that are all hanging out in the woods, and I do like that they give a little bit of the mythology of this character.
Yeah, it's a necklace his father gave him to give to his mom.
Yeah,
Was that it?
think so.
Because
But
they show it like where he goes into his old house and he sees replays him the father handing it to him because his father got murdered basically in a fire. He was a firefighter, right?
right.
Am I right on that?
Well, I'm trying to remember because they used to be a logging community.
Yeah.
And they used to make fun of him, the son.
Oh yeah, because he was he's a total Jason character.
Yeah.
Total Jason character.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
was the whole thing is that I think I thought they killed the mom and him, and the dad was still alive, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Oh, was it the mom, him, and the dad was still alive, and then the dad died somehow. I forget how the dad died.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But let's just say pretty much they give us the mythology of it, and that after these lodgers, after they pretty much killed them, then they had a massacre the next day, and they don't know who did it. And that's where the mythology of this character started.
That's right, yeah, because once the father was, at a minimum, I know the father was the final one, and once that happened, that's when you start having the killings.
Yeah.
And then, the sheriff now is the same age as the son one when he died, but, they know he's not dead, he's just at rest until someone fucks with him, basically.
Someone takes the bracelet, the necklace. That's all you. Just leave that alone. You could have lived.
Yeah.
But again, we would have a 5-minute movie. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, we should take that. Don't touch that.
We did see, again, another stupid thing where, you shot the guy and he's far away, but you still see him if he's alive or not. No, let's get closer.
Yeah.
Let's just keep getting closer while we're talking, not paying attention.
And people get confident.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Except
no double tap either, damn it.
No double tap. And the ranger that shoots him goes, now, we still need to chain him up and we need to bury him back where he was before. So even he's like, this guy might come, but he still slowly walks over right next to the body.
But doesn't he also tell her, you stay here? And she just follows behind the cop?
But I'm just saying, he also, I don't know, I keep my distance. Let's just go 6 feet protocol, all right?
Oh, man, he got it pretty good. That's probably my number. Oh, man, that's almost my number 2, I think.
That's a number, yeah.
Oh.
I put that as number 2.
That was pretty
again,
good.
that one you'll have to see.
So that's the other thing, too. With the kills, the ones that take time, in traditionally what we've seen in a slasher was it would have, it would kind of be the aftermath. If it was a kill that was lengthy, we'd see the initial kill, gotcha, motherfucker, but then we'd see what he would do to the body later when another person found it.
Yeah.
We got to watch him through the whole process.
And we got to hear the characters discover one of the bodies and talking, and he's in the woods listening to their we need to get the fuck out of here. We need to find somebody because I just found so-and-so dead. And he's just like,
that was the dude with that killed him with the weapon that looked like what Nick made Mike and Amy for their wedding present. It was some sort of saw.
Oh yeah, it was a rusty hacksaw.
We're not going to talk about how awesome it was. We're just saying that was like the first big kill.
But that was actually kind of convenient because he pretty much is like, I gotta go take a dump, and apparently this is out in the woods where there's an outhouse way the fuck. And his friends are like, no, you're not, man. You're going into town because those 2 chicks you ran into earlier.
Yeah.
So when he doesn't show up, they don't really think anything.
Nope.
Like, oh man, someone got laid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Until they do find it.
Yeah. Oops.
How many total deaths were there in this movie? 5? 6?
I want to say there were 6 because I'm pretty sure
there were like 2 at the end that were pretty much back to back, and then she got away, right?
Yeah. So I think it was total of like 6 that were around the fire pit.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she got away, but we count the ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then we got the dude at the house at the beginning.
Who the asshole?
Yeah.
Was fucking with the ranger. That was his first. No, that might have been his first one outside of when he woke up. He just walked because that was his house.
Yeah.
And someone else is living in it. Yeah. So that was that was the actual.
Also,
first
I
kill, wasn't it?
appreciate that there's bear traps through different parts of these woods. As one of the characters discovers, yeah, you're fucked. You're fucked.
Man, all right, there were some wasted, broken bone opportunities with those bear traps that I was wishing would have been there for you.
I know.
God damn it.
But again, we talked about it earlier, but there's no real score. And I think that works because you hear the characters off in the distance talking. So it's almost like a homing beacon. Or like, you fucking asshole, and like, fuck you. And then they literally have a scene where these keys get thrown right at the killer's feet because they were fighting, and the chick's like, fuck you, and throws his keys.
I know you didn't just throw the fucking keys.
Yeah.
That's where he found that's where the fire truck was on the keys.
Yeah.
So he took they never found the keys, right? Because he took the fire truck and the keys, or did he just take the fire truck and leave the keys?
He just crushed. He played with it and they crushed it. They never found the keys. So
yeah, that's right.
But I'm just saying, like, in most movies, you would have their fight and then throwing the keys, and then the intense, like, walking in the woods, and he would pop out.
Yeah.
Here, we already know where the keys are because he's fucking playing with the fire truck, and then they're slowly walking towards him after they calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
awesome.
you just have the sound of nature again. Like, it was really effective.
And but then, like, how it changes and it gets even louder at night.
Holy shit!
Right?
At night,
it was fucking.
At night, like, it's already scary because this motherfucker's out there. But then, like, fucking owls and all kinds of shit are screaming as she's like running through the woods. That was effective because I was like, if he doesn't get her, some fucking other fucking creatures are gonna get her because they were loud as shit.
I think I found out that was filmed in Canada.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. At the end, we saw like Canadian film something because. I think it's cheaper to film there. They encourage filming, but like just the gorgeous.
Yeah,
it was beautiful, like the mountain area. And
so
the
I do have
area.
to ask, how did you feel about the fireman mask they was wearing?
I dug it. We've had dumber ones. We had Driller Killer, man.
Yeah.
Right. You seen Driller Killer, right?
Yeah. I was okay with it. The big eye goggle things on it, I could have done without. I'd rather if one of them got like ripped off and you see kind of like his one fucked up eye.
I'm always a fan of not seeing the eyes.
Yeah.
I'd be like when they they finally started putting the black stocking over the Jason eyes, and when he finally got the hockey mask, like in part 3, fucking love that. Love the Myers movies where they're really smart about the camera angles. And you don't see the eyes?
Yeah.
You know?
His sunken eyes in, yeah.
Yeah, fucking hate H2O. God damn it. They made him look like it was like the derp version of Michael Myers at the end of that movie.
But I'm just saying, I didn't hate it, but I kind of wish it was more fucked up and like more torn up. And because his first couple kills, he's a la just pretty much just Jason out of the grave. Like he's fucking rotted and fucked up and scarred up. And you can see like his back of his head, we see so much as we're following around. I like that look. So I kind of.
Then we get to see his whole face too. You know, we got that snippet. I mean, I like that it's different and it's old. So I think that's pretty cool. Like it's not like a mask that he just found and put on. It was like something his dad wore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think the connection there too, and just the fact that it's so fucking old. Like I think the mask was from the 50s. Or some shit, or the
somewhere
30s, some early ass firefighter mask.
Do we get any idea what time period this takes place in?
No.
Yeah.
Did we see a cell phone?
I don't remember.
Did we see a cell phone in the movie?
So.
I don't think we did.
Yeah. And if they did, it was they're out of the woods, so they might be fucked anyway.
To just wrap up about the mask, I enjoyed it. It's different. With the era that the mask is from. I think it just adds something to that, especially with the combination with the chain more so than the axe. But it just kind of. I don't know. I just think it's fitting. Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Right. I don't know if this is something they're going to try to make into a franchise. I don't know how well this movie would do more than just one. Like I don't know how well that would do.
I wish.
I'd love to see it, but I don't know if they.
Yeah.
You know, like all right, they just tell them to take the necklace again, right? Like it'd be the same. It would be the same movie because they got to go out to the middle of nowhere in the woods. They got to take the necklace off wherever it is on his grave, and that we don't know where where he went to. He's killing the shit out of her ex, even after or her boyfriend, even after he's dead.
Oh yeah, he's getting some shit out.
God damn,
because you get the stabbing, and she's running away, and you hear stabbing, and I mean, the only reason we hear
it was the axe.
No, that's what I mean with the axe. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. As you hear that. And I don't believe he stops. She just gets far enough away to not hear it anymore.
Yeah,
but at no time
they played well with the sound, like you said. He hears voices. They get louder. And like she just puts the necklace down. They're planning to burn him. And she just puts the necklace on the gas can and just backs away. He's like, all right, buddy.
But I mean, by the time it's getting more and more faint, I'm pretty sure it's got to be like goddamn 30 thunks. Like,
Yeah, he is. But he's the direct one that took it, though, right?
yeah, and you can hear it starting to hit the ground.
Yeah.
So we've gone through enough body that it's.
Yeah, I want to put that at 3, but that is just for gratuitousness. That might be 2. But no, but like I said, that's the character that actually took the necklace off, right?
Yep.
So that's why he's like, oh, you're the motherfucker.
He's like, all right, I'm getting some shit out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. It's because of fuckers like you, me, my dad, and my mom dead.
Woke me up. I was nice sleeping in the ground,
Yeah.
fucker.
And
But I do appreciate we're following her running through the woods. She finally gets to it. And I was so suspicious. She gets picked up, and you're like, okay. She gets picked up by this lady who's kind of weird, a little bit off. She starts talking about this dude that survived a bear attack. And I kept waiting, but I kept waiting. Like, is this a setup? Like, is she connected with the killer? And you don't find out there's nothing really there, but they stop because she's still fucking bleeding from fucking her shit up. And there's a scene where the camera goes around to the woods, and you're like, is it about to happen? And that anticipation, I appreciate.
wait, she got stabbed with a branch?
Branch, yeah.
She fell into a branch or something like
Yeah.
that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Of course, you have to have a bitch tripping through woods.
You have to.
Like,
bitches be tripping.
But like, it happened when she was running away. It's like she made it this far, and then she's literally about to get the fuck away.
But you got to slow her down a little bit,
Well, okay, it was morning when she did it, so she had been running the rest of the night, and she didn't know where she was like running in circles.
Yeah.
So I think between exhaustion and frustration, she tripped and like, oh, there you go. Now you're fucked.
It was a pretty prime opportunity for her to break her leg instead of having a stick go through it. So
Exactly. Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Sorry about that. I know you really would have been a little happier if she just caught her leg between two and yeah. But I appreciate how that ended. I think some people were complaining about that, but we're still like, where the fuck is this dude?
Yeah, exactly.
What's his like radius to this? Did he stop?
Oh yeah. So so one thing that you don't think about now that I'm looking back at it is, we didn't see any of the killing from the victim's point of view, but it's so suspenseful, and that film is still so intense that even though you're with the victim, the would-be victims now, or the final girl, when they stop, you think he could come out of the woods, but you're like, wait a minute, we've only ever seen him from the killer, so we haven't seen the killer. He's not coming out anywhere.
But we're still
so psyched out, right? That they did good with that.
Yeah.
Because I did not think about that when I was watching it, or even after it. I just realized that now. Because they were so good with that.
I was suspicious of the old lady getting into the weird bear attacks, and then they stop, and she's insisting, no, I'm stopping. I was like, and then you have that camera shot. So again, both scenes kind of set you up.
Yeah.
I know we've been with the killer's viewpoint through most of this, but is this a new changing up at the end?
No, it's just they pan back kind of like Halloween, OG 70 Halloween, to the different spots.
Yep.
And then the last spot you see is the gas can with no necklace on it. So you're assuming he went back to take a nap.
Last thing I really want to throw out there is I'll talk about one last kill that is not, it's basic, but he throws an axe. We already brought it up.
Yeah.
But the camera goes up and follows him above as he's walking. Fucking awesome.
And you just see the guy on the ground.
You just see the slow approach, but from above. And I was like, that was really fucking cool.
There was so many good camera like you were never bored following the killer.
Yeah.
At least I don't think so.
I didn't either.
So.
And I don't know why people were.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up, folks, on Into Violent Nature. But before we give you our verdict, if you couldn't tell, please hit us up at lowdownbrown.gy@gmail.com. Listen to what you thought about the film. Are you the one? Do you love it? Are you one of the people that didn't like it? What are your reasons why? And please, something better than just like, it's stupid. Like, what the fuck?
Or walking. If you just say walking, no. You gotta give us more than that.
Come on, man. Like, you know how we talk about films. If we don't like it, we generally have a thought out reason why. So yeah, but we definitely want to hear your thoughts on it. So, and it passed. It survived the chopping block for me. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
Plan to watch it again.
Probably gonna buy it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Like,
is that category that I like to throw in? Get a bunch of friends together. Outside movie.
Yeah, that's an amazing outside movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. Good outside movie. And like I said, you don't get bored watching and following along with the killer because, like, there are time jumps. Like, there's one walk he does where it goes through, like, he's like basically been walking a whole day.
Yeah.
And I think it's when he's going to the Rangers thing for when he left the campsite. He's just walking.
Well,
the whole day.
His first kill where he chased him out and the guy runs to the woods and gets into a bear trap, and then you see him over top of him, and then it cuts to our killer back at the guy's house, and then walking back.
You
and
see
then
the kill. You see the aftermath. That was fucking rad.
Yeah.
Shit like that. They made really good choices. Or like you said, the axe scene where it's the bird's eye view of him just like do.
Very casual. And yeah.
So they did really good choices. They made it, to me, those things, if you were paying attention to that, they made those very interesting. And it made like almost more suspenseful than watching the victims and seeing the killer approach. It's almost more suspenseful because, like I said, he just rolls in like he just like voices. Oh, the voices are finally where the voices are. Die. All right, I'm gonna keep walking. Like it's just like
it made me realize how much I've gotten so used to the scores and slashers that give away the kill.
Yep.
Before it happens, like you hear especially goddamn Friday 13th. That it just what picks up when you get a heavy score and the death, right? And here, not having that score, it's like I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, not having the score definitely added to it.
Yeah,
a lot, which is like.
And you hear them struggling. Like, usually the score, like, oh, and the score is overpowering. It's loud. Here, you hear every gurgle, every fucking struggle, every fucking sound that person's making before they are no more.
Yeah. And I got, again, you can't complain about the same old slasher. At least I don't believe you should. You can't complain about the same old slasher, and then they give you something that is a slasher but is completely different. And there might have been a movie that was done like this in the past. I just have no fucking idea what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we had silent films. I know that, smartasses. But but I mean, like from the 80s.
I don't know if
on,
we had any silent slashers, film slashers. Like,
yeah, exactly. I don't think we've had.
Who's at the door? Who's there? Like, I just see the captioning. God, you know what? Oh shit! You know what we're making now? We're making a fucking silent movie slasher. All right.
Oh no! It's Johnny's back from the grave.
Where's my Johnny at? Caption. We're fucking doing that.
Dude, that would be
We're doing
hysterical.
that now.
But no, this movie is taking something that has been done over and over again, and I say that with love. I love my fucking slashers, fucking right. But it took this thing that we love so much, and it really felt like I was watching maybe almost an evolution of what the slasher could become.
Yeah.
Like now we definitely could only do that with just the standard, like I said, your Jason, your Michael Myers. You could really do that with Freddy, where he's just walking through nightmares. Like, that wouldn't work, but
time to go to sleep.
Yeah.
God damn it. I don't want to see Freddy get in bed and be like, all right, let me get their dreams, bitch.
But done really, really fucking well. Like, I give this crew, and I'm forgetting the writers and the director's name right off the bat, but it was a fucking great movie.
You gotta get
thoroughly
props
enjoyed
to
it.
Fucking Shudder.
Yeah, man.
They're involved with this.
They're pushing. They helped
and they're not
fund,
just,
I guess.
They release a lot on their site, but they're also been pushing like Late Night with the Devil
coming back to theaters.
Right, but I'm just saying, in general, them releasing that in the theaters, releasing this in theaters, Shudder's starting to get a little more.
Satanic Hispanics had a theater release. That's Shudder.
That's true. Yeah, so they're getting really good with that. And I didn't watch it, but whatever that weird ass movie that I can't think of right now that was a Shudder release, they got a theatrical release. So they've been doing that a little bit more.
What movie is that? Now you're me curious.
The little kids, the weird sounds. It's on one house. Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. It came up when we did our year review with Katie. So
Bodies?
No.
That's not Shudder. No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Skinamarink.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I still haven't watched that.
But yeah, that got a theatrical release.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Skinamark.
Skidmore.
It's not good. Skinamark.
No. And actually, they're bringing back. So it'll have already been back in theaters by the time you guys are listening to this episode. But Late Night with the Devil got brought back to theaters.
Yeah.
For another weekend because it only had 3 or 4 days. I feel like
no, it was a
full week.
It was a full week. Actually, I think it was 2 weeks.
Was it? No.
But they're bringing back, which means there was enough of demand for them to bring it back for another showing.
Have not seen that since Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
Right. At least I don't. Yeah. I think with Terrifier 2, that kept getting. It never got brought back. It just was asked to be kept for week after week. It ended up being 2 months, I think, and it was only supposed to be out for a week.
But I feel like recently we've covered a decent amount of Shudder because they're bringing it.
Yeah, they are. They're fucking killing it. I mean, Screenbox is starting to do some originals. I don't have Screenbox, but some of them look pretty good. I'd be interested in maybe branching over to them too. because they're doing their own OGs. So but yeah, all right, folks, that is it. In a Violent Nature, check it out. Madness Boys, give it a. I'm not giving it a rating. I'll just give it a full.
I'll give it a fuck yeah.
Give it a fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Violent Nature, fuck yeah. Anyway, till we talk to you again. Embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.